Ever since I moved into this old house, there's been one room that just feels wrong. I call it the black room. It doesn't matter how many lights I turn on. It's always colder, always darker than the rest of the house. A few nights ago, I started waking up, always at the same time, with that chilling feeling that someone was watching me. And then I saw her. A shadow in the shape of a woman, standing perfectly still in the doorway of the black room. She didn't move, didn't make a sound. She just stared. I was frozen. I must have blacked out from fear because the next thing I knew, the sun was up, and she was gone. I tried to convince myself it was a dream, a nightmare brought on by the stress of moving, but it happened again the next night. And the night after that, every single night, at exactly 3:11 a.m., I wake up, and she's there. The first night she was in the doorway. The second, a few feet into my room. Each night, she gets a little closer. I've tried everything to prove I'm not crazy. I set up my phone to record, but every time I check the footage, it's just static and glitches right around 3:11 a.m. It's like she doesn't want to be seen, but she wants me to know she's there. The details are becoming clearer, too. Her clothes, they look old, maybe from the 1970s. And her feet, I swear they don't quite touch the floor. She hovers, just an inch above the old wooden planks. Last night, she was close enough that I could hear her. It was a whisper, but it sounded like a dozen voices speaking at once, all layered on top of each other. I couldn't make out the words, just this garbled, hissing sound that made the hair on my arms stand up. I couldn't live like this anymore. I had to know what was happening in my own house. I started tearing the place apart, looking for anything that could explain this. Under some loose floorboards in the hallway, I found a dusty old box. Inside were documents, deeds, and old photographs of the house. I found the original owner's records. Her name was Eleanor Vance, and she went missing 50 years ago. The police report was in there, too. It said she was last seen by her husband, right here in this house, in a room they called the Black Room, a dark room she used for photography. My blood ran cold. I've been living in her tomb. Tonight is the 7th night. I'm not even trying to sleep. I'm just sitting here, waiting. 3:11 a.m. There she is. She's not at the foot of my bed this time. She's standing right beside me. For the first time, I can see her face. It's pale, like cracked porcelain, with dark, hollow pits where her eyes should be. Her mouth opens, but no sound comes out. Slowly, she raises a long, thin arm and points, not at me, but toward the door of the black room. My heart is pounding so hard I can hear it in my ears, but I feel pulled. I have to know. I get out of bed, my legs shaking, and walk to the door. He pushes it open. The room is pitch black, colder than ever. My phone's flashlight cuts through the darkness and lands on an old, tarnished mirror leaning against the far wall. There's something scratched into the glass. I step closer to read it. It says, "You stand where I died." A chill shoots down my spine as I look up at my own reflection in the mirror. And right behind me, in the reflection, is the woman. Her hollow eyes are staring straight into mine. I weep around, but there's nothing there. The room is empty. I'm alone. But when I look back at the mirror, she's still there. She's inside the reflection. The lights in the house suddenly flicker and go out, plunging me into complete darkness. I can hear my own ragged breathing. And then, footsteps. Entering the room, she doesn't just stand now. Se follows. Pues, se follows.